The Square Ball Podcast.
Welcome to the show. Hello there. It's brought to you with Levi Solicitors. levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. What magic happens there, Michael Normanton?
Legal magic.
Yep.
Legal magic like wills, probate, conveyancing and services for business, dispute resolution, professional negligence stuff.
That's the best you've done, I think, so far.
Thanks very much.
I've been saying in recent weeks you've been improving. That was really, really almost prepared.
All morning in the mirror, that.
Yep.
Yep. Really learning my lines.
How do you feel it went, Rob? Was that good?
It was good. I'm trying to work out whether you've got the website open or not. I think you did it without, didn't you? Oh, did you?
No website open.
No, just Google. Fair enough.
Well, that will please Levi's. 10% discount on your legal fees. levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. Well done. I'm really proud of you. It's propaganda, where we find out what's been said in the football world this week. These are always a lot easier to do and a lot easier to put together when Leeds perform as they did on Sunday, which was super nice. Did you have a nice time, Rob?
I had a great time.
Yeah,
it was amazing. And
where did you watch it?
I watched it in the Brudenell, and there's only a few of us, but it was very good fun. Albeit there was that anxiety of, it's a close game, it's Millwall. But then I watched it back yesterday, and we were class. We were really, really good. And even those bits where we were kind of under the cosh a little bit, the stuff we did in possession, just getting on the ball, having the confidence to get the ball and turn and play forward passes, wasn't very Leeds United of recent years, and it's really exciting.
It does tell a story that I've watched it twice now. Yeah, I watched it live and then I watched it all back again.
I've mainly been watching replays to see Rutter's celebrations.
Yeah,
is it the first goal where he's doing his stag thing? He's sort of halfway doing an Alioski face, but then he just sort of puts his antlers up.
Yeah.
And celebrates. He's just doing his own little thing.
Yeah, because his second one was the tennis serve and slam dunk, which then morphed into a golf shot.
Which was meant to be water polo.
Was it?
Apparently.
Right.
Because he clarified, I think he put it on Instagram. He said it was meant to be water polo because during the week that clip had come out from the club where they had to name a sport, name a brand, all these things beginning with W, and he'd said...
so his name a sport with W, and it's water polo. He said name an occupation. He said water polo player.
Water polo man.
Man, that was it.
Which is a great answer.
Excellent. Well done, Jorginho. He's my new favourite person.
He's great, isn't he?
Leeds fans very happy as well. Let's enjoy the mega mix for this week.
I can't remember the last time I watched a Leeds game with so little stress. So little drama. I just thought, we've got this. We're going to beat them. It was almost embarrassingly too easy. They've shown us what they can do. Let's just carry it on. This championship to me doesn't look very good at all. We're definitely a class above. Time to show it and time to march back to the Premier League where we should be.
Just thought we played really well, played great attacking football. Time to look much more like a team, gelling really well together. We've still got the likes of Jed Spence to come back in. So I'm going to improve us. And yeah, just great to put one over on those Millwall bastards for once. Clean sheet, winning 3-0. Piece of piss, really.
I thought Farke got his substitutes spot on today. I know Anthony maybe didn't get as involved as he wanted to, but Dan James was perfect to introduce when he did. He hit them on the counter. He was too fast for them, looked really dangerous, and racked up 2 assists as a result. I think just that attacking prowess we're going to be tough to stop. It's just about defending how we did today. We had shaky moments, but a clean sheet is a clean sheet.
On behalf of my Welsh other half, a big congrats especially to the Dragon lads, the scum bastard Bach, Daniel James, Ampadu once again pulling it out, and Rodon even had a good game, but down to the whole lot of them really. Can't really complain about any aspect of that. And the Millwall lads, Kerry Gravy to them. Any personal highlights aside from that hopping mad dipstick in the Millwall end?
All right, lads, what a win, especially over those horrible bastards. I always felt after the international break is when our season would properly start. And it seems that kind of week off has really helped. We looked great. I know they say don't fall in love with a lone player after Ben White, but Joe Rodon is going to be fucking brilliant this year.
That was bleeding brilliant. When we put the turbo in, I got up off the couch and went full shackles and kicked the air, and my shoe came off, hit a frame on the wall, and that smashed. So I don't care.
Thinking about the last campaign in the Premier League, players that you didn't really like, a system that didn't work, a coach that didn't seem to know what he was doing. Now that we're past the transfer window, Farke really has fielded and framed a team where you have Perot smiling on that first goal, Reuter smiling, Gelhardt smiling. It's a thing of beauty, and when the boys are enjoying it as much as they are, it's hard not to fall in love with this team now, and that's something we probably haven't had since Bielsa.
Oh, great bunch of lads.
Let's not get carried away.
There is a bit of that, isn't there?
We're in love with this team. Amazing attacking football. It's a piece of piss. We're a class above this league. It's too easy.
That's how it feels today, this week, on the back of that result.
We did draw 0-0 with Sheffield Wednesday in the
That's all forgotten
game.
now. That's all forgotten now, Michael.
The way I felt about it on Sunday when I just kept Googling the score to check it was 3-0, I was like, I can't wait for this team to break my heart. So I'm really... you go for the team and you just really like them all, and they're all good right now, and you do think, when will it go wrong? I'm just going to enjoy it now because it's a lot of fun.
I mean, Reuter's redemption arc already has pleased me greatly.
Although it was there against Ipswich, then you need credit in the bank is the thing. I know we always seem to talk about credit in the bank, but he had so little that did the really good goal against Ipswich. Then it didn't work against Sheffield Wednesday, and people were like, turns out he's rubbish. Oh no, he's brilliant again. And he's got to just put together
But we're accumulating more data now, aren't we?
That's what I mean. He's got to put together 5 good performances in a row, and then people will start being like, oh no.
So what we've seen is that when Pirot and him have space to play in and interchange, then it works. But Sheffield Wednesday was hard. It was the system. It was unbelievable hard.
Unbelievable hard.
Oh, you're going to wave them.
Mugs still available.
Yeah.
Just go out to get a reprint of them actually, because they've
a second reprint, no less.
That sexy face.
Flying out. Superb. Thank you. Nice salesmanship there, Michael. That's the squareball.net for your mugs. Yeah, it's the system that's to blame, and people defending too deep and being spoil sports, spoiling our fun, basically. It's not Jorginho and Joel's fault, is it?
I must admit, when Millwall brought on attackers, I didn't immediately hate it at the weekend, because I thought, do you know what, this might be all right, because I don't mind them pushing forward, because we've got players to catch them on the break.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes you saw, teams bringing on a lot of strikers, and you were like, okay, they're going to score within about 30 seconds here.
Well, we've got the Dragon lads, as they were referred to stop them scoring, and they're both great. Well, all three of them.
If you are a Welsh speaker, by the way, I hope none of that was offensive. What he said, there were a couple of Welsh words in there. I don't know what they mean. Mm-hmm. Let's hope he wasn't anything libelous.
That's because you've not learnt Welsh because you hate the Welsh, don't you?
Almost as much as the Americans.
Yeah. A man absolutely awash with hatred.
And also people from wherever Dan James is from, Beverley, or wherever he's from, because he's from East Yorkshire, isn't he?
Well, we had a nice time on Sunday. Not so much for the Millwall fans, which I think has added to this one a little bit, that with their pantomime theatrics, as you mentioned there, the bouncing man in the home end.
But yeah, it's a shame the bouncing man can't really come through an audio format, but everyone's seen it. Everyone's seen the bouncing man.
I would say as well, look up Punjabi Whites on Twitter, who I think nailed it. There's quite a lot of House of Pain jump around, but it was Bhangra that Punjabi Whites put to him bouncing on his chair, and I thought that was the best one.
I mean, I don't
personally
know. Obviously, we don't know much about the man, but he looks about my age, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Well, about 48?
Yeah, something like that. But what's he doing?
Did that hurt?
It's fine, isn't it?
Just for the record, Michael is 39.
Not bothered anyway. But yeah, weird way to behave, isn't it?
It's the kids behind him who were sort of involved in the aggro to start with, and then eventually they're just laughing at him and filming him.
Daft man.
It always happens at Millwall, does that? You get because the away fans are always in the upper tier. There's no way you'd even struggle to throw something between the home and away fans.
It's almost like they put that big fence up there by the side of the home fans on purpose to stop them.
But I mean, to get to the away fans as well, you'd have to scale a wall.
But I think that's why they put Leeds fans in the upper tier. Like other clubs get the lower tier at Millwall.
Yeah,
we just don't.
But what's he bouncing at? Why is he running towards his own little concrete barrier that's in front of him? As if it's that barrier holding him back and not the 40 yards of air in between him. Like he's kind of giving it. Oh, I'm going to get to you in a minute. I'm going to bounce high enough, and I'm going to just get straight up into there.
Imagine if he bounced so high that he just cleared the roof and ended up somewhere in the Thames or whatever. Anyway, so we're going to go first of all to the tweet that Bering Cross put out, which was of the players walking in off the bus, and we had those. There was a nice blend of comedy cockneys, and the insults ranged from the worst kind with the C word in, sensitive ears, to I think the really brutal one was reserved for Melier, wasn't it? It was really, really
awesome. Some shocking. And also
the B word.
Well, Shaq and Dan James get some pretty vile stuff.
So let's have a listen to this.
What's that on your head, Aidan? What's that on your fucking head? You're just fast. Gotta compensate, young man. You should have stayed, Charlie. You should have stayed, you come back home. And you, Shaq. You can't grow a beard, Shaq. Hero, you you fat Where's Summerfield, Dave? That's Camelot. He used to play for Rangers, yeah. He was good, you know. Yeah. Butterfingers. Alright. He's small, mate. You let the 12-year-old in. Oh, nonsense, is he? He's not nonsense. He's from Leeds. He's from Leeds, so it's nonsense.
Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? I mean, the worst ones, you're just fast. Imagine saying that to Dan James. Oh, bloody hell, how's he going to recover from that? And after dropping the C-bomb on Melier, then called him, and just prepare yourself, Butterfingers.
Shaq, you can't grow a beard.
You can't grow a beard, Shaq.
Yeah. Butterfingers is the name of a tea room.
Whereabouts?
Near me.
Oh, there you go.
In Idle, in Bradford. Yeah.
What's the film, Last Tango in Paris?
Moving on to... did someone say Nonso as well?
Nonso. You hear Kemar Roof's name dropped somewhere in there as well.
No, really, they're not quite sure who's who. Is it Pervader who comes out and they go, he's small?
Well, it's hard to say on that because there's Pervader, there's a small trio, there's Pervader, Summerfield, as they called him, and Nonso all come out in a three.
And you can't grow a beard to Shackleton. I mean, how are you ever going to recover from that?
I also like when Farker comes out to do wait until he's walked past, because it's like he walks out and go, oh, he's big actually. Just let him walk past.
All right, mate. Yeah.
Also, I really like as well how there's just like club staff just like setting up whiteboards while they're shouting, and then when players out there, they'll just sort of screaming. It's like, you're right, mate. How's it going? It's working today.
Bit of respect for Kamara, though.
Camera.
Camera.
Yeah.
He used to play for Rangers. He's quite good, actually.
Thank you. That caught me.
You're quite good, you fool.
You silly Billy. Should we move on to Lions TV? Now, the sound on this is not great, but there's quite a lot of fun Cockney noise in between times.
Yeah, upsettingly, because they put out quite a bit to Lions TV, but all of his in-stadium audio was knackered because his mic didn't work.
Right.
So you can't hear the full sort of upset of it, but you do hear something.
All you need to know about this bit is when we go 1-0 up and they're not happy.
Yeah.
Go on! He went to blow his fucking whistle. He went to fucking blow the whistle. It was almost a Benicophobia against Crystal Palace. Fuck off! Leeds break away. There's loads to tell you about. In a minute, I've got to stay with the play. Leeds into the area. Chance for Leeds. 1-0 Leeds. Ball winning, the goalkeeper had the ball. It was almost a Benicophobia against Crystal Palace. He lost it. He took it off him. The keeper put Bradshaw down. The ref looked like he had his whistle in his mouth. And then took it back out. Please break up the other end and fucking score. Fuck off. Their first through attack.
Ah, dear me. Tubian talks footy.
He's, I think he's like one of a neutral person.
Right.
It's interesting, actually. I've not got the clip in, but later on, there's a guy who I've described as very Millwally comes on, but he was complaining actually about the amount of day trippers there, and there were within these clips. I have two people who are just there for a day out.
Ah, as you would.
And filming. I guess because if you're trying to do stuff for YouTube, Leeds Millwall's a bit of a Nawty Nawty game in it.
Yeah.
If you want to have see a bit of.
So it's the content producer's home, is it then? The den.
It seems to be. Yeah, because he was complaining. I mean, he did. When I say he was a bit Millwall on this, he was complaining about hearing a lot of foreign voices around him, which.
It's all gone a bit Farage.
I mean, it's kind of awkward. But I kind of, if I was being sympathetic to him, I sort of would know what, like tourist fans, you do see him on telly or like taking pictures of Cristiano Ronaldo, and you do sort of think, oh, fuck off, I don't really want this.
Did you see, by the way, the Man United fan in the half and half scarf at the Brighton match when Brighton scored? I think it might have been their third or one of them anyway, and his reaction was to get his phone out and start filming the Brighton players celebrating, which was
pathetic.
No.
I mean, it seems not as bad now Ronaldo's left, but when Ronaldo used to take a corner and literally everyone behind him was just filming him take a corner. Why?
Yeah.
They're filming the game anyway. You can find a footage of him taking a corner online.
These people, they're not like us, are they? They're not football fans.
Actually, given we've just touched on Scum, and it's pretty much all Millwall today, actually. Because there's so much. It turns out there's so much Millwall on YouTube. Strange, but should we go to a bit of Scum?
Okay, then we'll wait for Tubian talks.
Yeah, let's go to Johnny United. He couldn't go to the game or watch it. In fact, I don't think he does go to games because I think he's boycotting the Glazers.
Right. So Johnny United, we should say, is he's a online personality from my neck of the woods, Bradford. Has he been in the military? Were you saying, Rob?
I'm not sure. He's kind of got that vibe. I just saw him on Twitter.
It's quite possible he's killed a man.
And I mean, I'm not going to say anything about him now. I've seen what he actually looks like. I think he's a fine bloke and wouldn't kick his heads in at all.
It's just his style of delivery, I think, that I really like.
But when we first started,
nothing against this choice of football club.
When we first started doing this and found Webby and O'Neill and put them on to take the piss off, Moscow informed me that they were like two notorious football hooligans, and I was like, oh, okay.
Love your work, guys.
Well, it's probably fine. Yeah.
But so Johnny United, it's safe to say he's like one of those sort of kids' toys that used to wind up, you know, the thing at the back where you'd wind it up and put it down and it'd go da-da-da-da-da-da, and just like he's like scattergun machine gun style anger that tends to go through all his content when he's putting it out. Should we have a listen to see what he thinks? Is it Bruno Fernandes he's talking about?
He seems to have really he's Rashford and Fernandes. Having not actually seen the game, he's furious about them because he's seen other people saying they weren't good. But he doesn't like Fernandes anyway.
I tell you now, Bruno Fernandes is one of the most overrated fucking players in the 21st century. Honestly, fucking fraud. And this fucking manager, Eric Ten Hag, you are on fucking thin ice. Not that I've got any power at Man United, but just as a fan opinion with me, you're fucking on thin ice. Why are you playing Bruno right wing? He's fucking shit. He's fucking shit. And he ain't much better at number 10. One of the worst number 10s I've ever seen play football. But at least he's a little bit better than when he's out right wing. Why are you putting him there? And we're going to fucking play Bayern Munich next. Probably going to lose to Bayern Munich. Then we'll probably play Sheffield United. And Bruno will get a couple of assists against Sheffield United. And all of a sudden he's world class again. Like he was world class overnight against fucking Luxembourg. But today, when we need him today, where's he today? Fucking ghost, yet again. Not good enough, yet again. And I keep fucking telling you all. No, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. You haven't got a fucking clue. The guy is a fucking false image. And I'll die on that fucking hill. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekends. Take care.
It's that sign-off, isn't it? The fury and the sign-off absolutely kills me. And do you know what? It's nice to see a fellow Bradfordian putting himself out there and making things for the internet. So good on you, big fella.
He says he's one of the worst number 10s I've seen. I've just opened a list of Leeds United number 10s. Somerville, Rafinha, pretty good ones. But if you go back a bit further, we've got Agachani, Noel Hunt, Leon Constantine, Michael Ricketts.
And that's literally the number 10. You're forgetting the glory days of when we were like playing AD White there. That was good.
Yeah, it worked for a game, that one against Everton.
He's got to go.
Back to Tubian Talks Footy then. Is this the neutral fan you were saying, Michael?
Yeah, so he's a neutral, but he's in with the Millwall. I think he's a neutral anyway because he doesn't seem to just produce Millwall stuff.
Right.
But he's in with the Millwall fans and he's not happy with the ref.
Leeds, I would say, have been the better side. More quality in their team. Move towards the Leeds contingent and particularly referee Chris Kavanagh. And rightly so. He is an absolute joke. He is a joke of a referee. The first Leeds' goal should not have stood, and it's all down to his half-time Leeds lead.
I mean, it should have stood. He delivers that with the same style as like a Sky Sports in-studio pundit. Have you noticed that? You know, when they watch the games on the TV or whatever, and they do the goal reporting, he sort of delivered it in that style. But, however, he's got some views on Leeds then, has he? Not just Chris Kavanagh.
By the end of the game, he thinks we're all right.
Good.
A very, very different side to the one they were at the start of this championship season. A real sense of togetherness, belief, and a proper good side. I'll tell you from now, they will be up there come the end of the season.
He's like a Sky Sports pundit. Like he's doing it from inside the studio.
I assume he was saying that from locked inside a toilet or something, not just out in the stand at the Den.
I think he was in the stand. He seemed to be in a slightly... He certainly wasn't in the bouncing section. The old Tigger bit that fella was in, jumping around.
The bouncing section. It's like the old boys' pen on the cop at Leeds.
Yeah.
The bouncing section.
The soft play area.
I'm steady now, Rob. These people can find you. Right, where do we go next?
That Millwall podcast.
Yes, that one.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
That Millwall podcast.
Yeah, so they did a few different bits. There's a guy, we've got a clip from now giving his immediate reaction, then there's more of a longer phone-in type bit afterwards. So we've got a few clips from that. But let's listen to the immediate reaction.
Shooting from the hip, like the match ball.
I don't think you can judge everything based on a game like today, because I think Leeds, especially going forward, very good side. And I don't think 3-0 is a fair reflection, if I'm honest. I think 1, maybe 2-0 was a fair reflection. I'd love to know your if there's any sensible Leeds fans listening, let me know what you think.
I mean, we're sensible Leeds fans, aren't we? I think you're wrong.
I think it should have been 6-0. Yeah, personally. And
I thought 3 was about a fair reflection of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they had some chances.
In the end.
Did they put us under any real meaningful pressure? Also, does it matter?
Nah, we scored 3, they scored none. That's how it works.
Yeah.
In your faces. In your faces.
Sensible Leeds fans.
But we did address before the game how there's not any sort of proper Millwall knobheads about it. There's normally been like a Harris or someone around Millwall. And this is them talking about who, because they're already looking ahead. Rowett's kind of on his way out, it seems. They don't really like his style of football.
Did you see Danny Baker's tweet to that effect?
Oh, no.
I think he took a picture outside the Den of some horse manure. And that was because Danny Baker tends to get on the wine, I think, of an evening and then starts tweeting pithy things. And it was something he referred to Rowett as being like the manure on the ground. A good set of players being held back by a manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they seem to be quite pleased with this squad generally. But this is them talking about potential next managers, and I think they're looking to address the knobhead factor.
You bring in a Steve Morrison, okay, which everyone say, oh yeah, give Steve Morrison the job, he gets us, he's Millwall. Yeah, I get all that, but what the fuck's he going to do with our crop of players? He's going to go 4-4-2, go long ball. We ain't got the players to play 4-4-2. We haven't got wingers. We haven't got a tall target man. So what the fuck is Steve Morrison going to do? It'll be funny. How is Steve Morrison tactically a better manager and a better coach than Gary Rowett?
On the manager names, I put it out there earlier today. I would love to see Kevin Muscat.
I'll be up to that. I'll be up for Muscat.
The things that tick a lot of boxes for me is that obviously he knows the club, which is, something that's quite important because we possibly losing our identity a little bit, maybe. If the club wants someone with championship experience, I wouldn't mind Chris Wilder, but I can understand why people would be saying let's not go for Chris Wilder. But I don't think it would be a terrible appointment, nor do I think Darren Moore, again, would be a terrible appointment. But I feel like my choice, if we have money to go and get a manager out their contract reasonably, would be Kevin Muscat.
Kevin Muscat.
Sincere apologies to Darren Moore, by the way. He doesn't deserve to be lumped in with Steve Morrison, Muscat and Chris Wilder.
The undervalued, he knows the club. Very, very prominent there. Sorry, Rob, go on.
I like that they know exactly what Steve Morrison is, though. What's that Luddite going to do with this?
Yeah.
Just get it fucking pumped forward. But he knows the club.
He does know the club, then that is a very valuable commodity. We've established that, yeah. It's funny how many people rely on that. And I do get it as well, because it is nice when somebody you feel like somebody's understands the DNA of your team. Because we live and breathe it, don't we? But
they should get Dennis Wise back, get him as player manager or something. That's proper Millwall.
Maybe it could assault a taxi driver as well on his way there.
Yeah, stub a cigar out in someone's face, that sort of thing.
All the good stuff.
Oh, was that Joey Barton, actually? I may be mixing up my...
I think if you're going to level accusations against someone, Michael, it's very important to clear that up. But tell you what we'll do, we'll play some more clips. You'll find out who that was, and we'll clear it up for you.
No, I think I'm... misremembering. I think maybe Dennis Wise punched someone who was asleep.
Right.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Not a cigar.
Not a cigar.
Definitely
I think that was Joey Barton.
Will's probate conveyancing. Great. So what do they put the defeat down to? That's the question.
I'm talking, go back to the Huddersfield game when we had Huddersfield at the Diet Night in the playoff. That was vile. That was pure evil. And that's what today should have been about. And it weren't. It just wasn't like that at all.
That's funny the way he described it. But you know what? I agree.
Not enough pure evil.
Yeah. But I agree. I don't want, you obviously don't want us to be pure evil and saying truly evil things. But I know what he's getting at. It was. I mean, and I mentioned this in the preview with Phil in the run-up to this. Would Sunday maybe take a little bit of the heat out of it? The fact that it was Sunday lunchtime probably did, and the weather, and the fact that we were winning. Sorry,
you're obsessed with the weather this season. You put our draw Sheffield Wednesday down to the fact that it was too hot.
Yeah, but in the
what's the most evil weather?
Rain.
It was raining.
That's what put the point. So it flattened the atmosphere because it was raining.
Oh no! But what would create?
He wants evil, doesn't he? He wants more pure evil.
So what's the optimum weather?
You're confusing evil weather, as in weather that's shit, with creating an evil atmosphere.
You want flames coming from the floor.
What's the best weather to create evil atmosphere?
I would say you're looking for temperatures in the high teens Celsius there for our American friends. Possibly a bit overcast.
Okay.
So it's warmish, but not too warm. Because obviously you get a lot of body heat in stadiums. You don't want to be feeling uncomfortable. So you just want that nice, comfortable sort of almost room temperature.
Okay.
Slightly overcast conditions, but not wet because that will dampen the atmosphere. And not on a Sunday lunchtime, sorry.
Okay.
It all contributes, all little factors that take away from the atmosphere. Because I said it loads of times when we were in the Premier League, those Sunday 2 o'clock kickoffs just had something about them. I never liked them. Thankfully, not a problem this year.
Yeah, so this is the same bloke again going on to elaborate on his pure evil and how he wants to create it. I believe I may have forgotten to bleep some of the C's in this, so you might want to go and do a quick edit on this, Dan.
Yeah. So, all right. Okay, so if you do hear bleeps, then I've been asked to save your messy work, Michael. If you don't, enjoy.
Football is where us moody little go to on a Saturday for 90 minutes and we put everything what's ever gone wrong to us in the last fucking week, we put it to rights of that game. And
this man.
That fucking number 10 playing for the opposition, you're a dirty fat if I want to call you a dirty fat for the whole fucking game, that's what I'm going to do. Because when I leave, I feel better. Right? I'm not saying racism. Yeah. I'm not saying homophobic. I'm not saying any of that. But come on. If you're getting paid fucking shitloads of money per week, are you really telling me that me calling you a fat cunt is going to upset you? And that's going to fucking just make everybody upset? Come on, get a grip. The game's gone mad.
Is it about Somerville? Is number 10, or is it a generic example?
I think he's talking about...
Because little Jimmy Somerville is a mere slip of a lad.
Yeah, he's very light.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any fat players, do we?
I mean, that lad before, when the players were coming in, called Pirot a fat character. I wish I was as fat as Pirot. Say that.
I mean, Nonto's very barrelly, but he's not fat by any stretch.
I know they've got Nonso for him, though, haven't they?
That's true.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's part of me kind of sympathises with this from an old school point of view, but it's hard to relate to it too much because, you know, Millwall, isn't it?
By my thoughts, it's probably not that healthy.
No.
To put it all on that.
No. But football is escapism, isn't it? That's the point. Let's go to Millwall drive home. Are they supporting the wrong club, these people?
Yeah, they're far too nice.
Right.
There's just a dad and lad in a car, and they...
Do you think they go there to vent and call people?
I don't think so.
Effing C's.
They would be far better suited to, like, Brentford, was what I was thinking, listening to these two. But, yeah, just being nice about Leeds.
Different quality, to be fair. Two teams that looked, completely miles apart, absolutely miles apart. There wasn't too much in the game, just the key moments. Leeds had the quality and we just did not look like scoring at all. Yeah, you look at the pace of Dan James and some of those players, they just, they've... Nonto. They've just got such pace in that team and in the Championship it's needed. Don't get me wrong, I don't think they're one of the better teams in the division, Leeds, at the moment. I think they've got a lot of work to do, but on today's showing, they won't have a much easier game than they will have today, but on today's showing, they've got the resources to be able to challenge in the league, and they'll certainly be up there by the end of the season. Anything else you want to add?
We need to either change the manager or change the way that we play.
Where's all the anger?
I think they do need Steve Morrison, actually.
There's no pure evil in that car,
exactly.
is there?
Teach him some sorcery.
Go try Leighton Orient someone, lads. That's what I want to say. You don't need to subject yourself to Millwall. Go and have a nice day somewhere.
Should we go to Millwall Tube then?
Yes, this is a bit more in stadium upset.
Yeah.
Nothing more to say, really.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it. This is him filming as the first goal goes in.
Let them just go back to the previous ones talking about us being a good team and all the pace we've got in the side. It just makes you feel like kind of warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it?
Yeah, we are quick.
Yeah.
The thing is, it is a really quick team. You look at some of the awful sides we've had in this league where there was not anyone fast. Like Sam Byram or someone would have been the fastest player in a Warnock side. And all of a sudden he's like the slow old man.
Yeah, happy birthday to Sam Byram as well, 10:30. Did you notice that?
I refuse to believe it. He's at most 23.
30, more like 13.
That's got to be handball there. What? The Leeds player fell down. This should grab the ball, and the ref is not giving a penalty. That is a shambles. What is this record? Oh my word. Now look. That is a joke. The ref is an absolute cheat, mate. Absolute cheat. We should have had a penalty and a free kick for the lead up for their goal. Absolute joke.
Nope. And nope.
Didn't grab the ball, did he?
Nope.
Just defended it expertly, I'd say.
It's good how certain they are about it.
Had it kicked into his tummy.
He did. It was an assault. And also the non-foul as well in midfield. Like you just know that they'll have seen that back and been like, it's... That ref's still a fucking...
He's a cheat.
He's still a fucking liberty.
Right, so here's goals 2 and 3.
15 minutes to go. I've still got a feeling we'll get a goal. It's Millwall 0, Leeds United 2. Joe Perreault with the goal. Game over, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm not even disappointed in the players because I think we have played well today, but it is what it is. It's Millwall 0, Leeds United 3. It's definitely game over now. I feel like we've had way more possession this game. It's just they're taking their chances. Simple as that.
Taking our chances, imagine that. They'll never catch on, eh?
Played well, bless them, didn't they, Millwall? Tried really hard.
Thinking about a new manager, Neil Warnock's free.
He is.
He does sort of know the club.
Does he?
That would be pure evil. That's like, didn't Cardiff go sort of Neil Harris, Steve Morrison, Neil Warnock, all in like a run, which was just, you just need to give up, lads.
And he had a famous falling out with Muscat as well, didn't he, Warnock?
Yeah. Yeah, he did, yeah.
Maybe the two of them.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Ghost. Have you seen Ghostbusters 2?
No.
Have you not seen it? Have you seen
Not
it,
for
Rob?
years.
It's what, with all the pink slime under the building. Are you aware of the narrative?
No.
I bet it's just like evil descends on New York City because of all the pink slime. It just made me, I just wondering if maybe that's their jam.
We will be covering off Warnock.
Right.
With Moscow on the members show, but he's not here, so it's unfair to talk
we need
too
to
much about Warnock.
Sorry, Rob.
That's fine.
But your Warnock impression just doesn't... Yeah.
I'm happy. I don't
Can you
have to
try and do as a Warnock?
Oh, he just talks like this.
Because he's leaving Huddersfield, isn't he? After this midweek round of fixtures.
Yeah.
Which is a shame for him. Which we predicted about 2 or 3 weeks ago. There's no way he was going to be commuting for the winter.
No,
he wants to be down in...
Not with the way the trains are.
Did you actually see his interview? Somebody's going to... he's mentioned it in quotes or whatever. Somebody had been back on the phone in February. He just wants Christmas off.
Yeah.
He wants to spend it at home, down in Cornwall.
He even said he was hoping to keep the job up to Christmas. And then they'd already planned, and then I'll have a bit of time off.
Yeah. It's New Year, isn't it? No, what else am I going to do? Yeah, Sharon. Anyway.
Well, there was a game, that was winter, wasn't it, when he managed a game via the radio because he was a bit poorly.
Yeah. Couldn't be asked.
Was he, though?
He made a sub, didn't he? That half-time sub after listening on the radio.
Amazing. Right, we'll finish on the fans' perspective.
Yes, so this is another neutral person, but he's in what I would consider the best seat.
Right.
Because essentially there's a really upset bloke somewhere near him, and that's what I wanted to hear when I got these clips together. So I've got a censored and uncensored version on this. I think it's up to you, really, Dan.
What do you think? I mean, we don't want to kill the algorithm, do we? That's the thing. If there's two, I mean, are the C-bombs in it very perceptible?
You've just got to shout over them whenever he's about to swear.
They're kind of background noise.
I think we should go uncensored on this because you get the full flavour of the clips. And just say, if you don't want to hear lots of swearing, press the fast forward button. If you've got a 30-second skip button, press it twice now, and you'll come out the other side of this.
I'm not even saying it 'cause I'm in the Millwall end. That is atrocious refereeing. He's handballed it twice in the box. He's tackled him. He's absolutely swept the defender's legs out. They've gone down the other end. Fair play. It was a beautiful bit of passing, and they've slotted it past the goalkeeper. It's the same goalkeeper who conceded 4 to Reading, so he's not the best shot stopper. I don't have simply nothing, which should have been a very easy free kick. Leeds have found themselves 1-0 up.
Oh, it's like oxygen. It's great, isn't it? Not on ball, not a foul.
Not on ball. One of the it was the Millwall podcast. That Millwall podcast, is that what it's called? I can't remember. It's on the sheet. There's a bit in there as well where they said that they had a goal disallowed because of the foul on Melier.
No, didn't go over the line.
Didn't go in.
No.
So that didn't go in.
I know you're kind of really adept with the rules of football. You're really up to speed. Ball heading towards the goal. Goes over the line. What's that?
A goal.
What if it doesn't go over the line?
No goal. Likewise, if a ball hits someone in the stomach rather than the hand, not on ball.
Bloody hell.
Are you one of those robots that they get to decide what happens now?
Just watch it. I mean, it wasn't even close, was it?
No.
The Strauch one. So
No, not disallowed.
So that didn't count. So I have just isolated my favourite insult.
I know what's going to be coming in. I do know exactly what's going to be coming. Let's see if I'm right. Fucking loud as shit, you slag. It's such a Cockney insult, isn't it?
We were just talking about this before coming on. Slag is a very specific insult in the north, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't call someone a dickhead or a slag, would you?
No.
They were not interchangeable. You wouldn't call someone a wanker or a slag.
Yeah, in the north, it's derogatory, used in a derogatory fashion towards a woman of what you might say loose morals. If you're accusing a lady of that, then that's what you might say. I would never say that. You might.
Whereas in East London, you can use it to refer to a referee who's not giving you a decision. Someone who's hijacked the plane, as Danny Dyer did that time when he referred to them slags as the people who
perpetrated 9/11.
Perpetrated 9/11. It still does my nutting that it's 11 years since them slags.
Yeah.
Crashed those planes into the towers.
Not laughing at the towers. We just want to
just the fact that he referred to them as them slags.
Yeah.
It made me think if maybe ever George Bush and Tony Blair in any of their meetings said,
them slags.
We really need to sort them slags out, you know.
But finally, what we got?
Just a bit of EastEnders.
Yeah. It feels appropriate, doesn't it?
You bitch! You cow! You bitch! You cow!
Nice work. I have to say that's your magnum opus there, Michael.
It's a clip
never to be better.
That Moscow did alert me to ages ago.
Right.
I think there's a really long version of it on YouTube which just goes them calling each other
you care,
you bitch, you care.
Superb.
A bit of slag into it.
Warnock over on the member show then for TSB Plus members. We'll have a chat with Moscow in a couple of days' time about that and more clips from the football world, from our fans enjoying what has been a fun week.
Let's just do this again.
Could we do this every week?
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 3-0 every week. Have a jolly nice time, and then we'll hate every minute again.
Class above. Let's not make it too easy though, because that's what someone said of the Leeds clips. I don't want this season to be too easy. Imagine if we won 3-0 every week.
Do you know what? I do.
Yeah, I would.
I cannot remember a season in my lifetime where it's been a laugh every single. It's a bit tense at the start here in the opening few weeks because we weren't quite, squad wasn't together and all that, Nonto and all that. But now, if it could be easy and a right laugh from now until the end of the season, I'd accept that. Would you?
Yes.
I think everything's going to be totally fine forever.
We'll speak to you soon.
The Square Ball Podcast.